Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be about monitoring spirits. I think it's very important to know what monitoring spirits are and to be able to recognize that energy, because when you're leveling up in your spiritual journey, the old version of you sometimes wants to rise back up and do battle with the new version of you. And sometimes it could be that those dark spiritual entities want back in because they were enjoying all of that power they were siphoning off of you by being able to keep you in that low state. And sometimes it could be your higher self testing you to see, are you actually this version of yourself, so that reality can accept this new version of yourself, to know that you will not be triggered by things that are said to you or that are done to you that would have made you react in a low vibrational way in the past. So I think it's important to understand that sometimes those negative energies want back in, and they'll come to you in the form of monitoring spirits. Like, oh, this thing doesn't cause them to lose control anymore. Oh, they found some type of stability in life where they were attracted to chaos. Oh, they don't crash out anymore over this thing that used to make them. And sometimes people will come to you and they'll ask you questions. They're digging and they're diving to see something's different about you. You don't react the way you used to. You don't talk the way you used to, or you're not talking as much anymore. So it may not even be that person being nosy. Sometimes people are just nosy, but sometimes people's energy are so low that they are easily susceptible to those spirits riding their meat suit, literally. And they will use those people to dig and deep dive into you and try and get you to knock back down on that vibrational scale so that they can have their way with you as well, because we are powerful beings. And the further you get on your spiritual journey, the more energy you attract to yourself. And if they can get you to knock off course, they can use all that power that you've gained access to for their desires. And we just want to make sure we're paying attention and we're listening and we think first before we respond, and learn how to redirect the conversation so that people are not being a monitoring spirit and you're not allowing them to like bob and weave their way through your mind and your spiritual journey. So I've compiled some videos to help you identify monitoring spirits and how to deal with them. So without further ado, let's get into the videos.
Be careful with people who like to ask too many questions. In my job, there is something called a need to know basis. So if you are requesting information that is outside of your clearance level, you will not be granted access to that information. This is a concept I apply in my personal life. If you are not within a certain deviation from me, there are certain information about me and my life that you do not need to know. And the reason my company and the government does things like this is because when the wrong information is put in the wrong hands, we get disasters. And these are disasters that can be avoided by privacy restrictions. But there is absolutely no benefit to being extremely accessible and to having everything about you, everything about your life on full display. We see it with celebrities all the time. At some point, that level of openness to the public becomes extremely detrimental. So don't allow people to extract unnecessary information from you under the guise of checking up or making sure that you're okay. If they don't need to know something, let them know that this is not their business, or simply don't respond.
You want to know if you have a monitoring spirit around you? Watch the next time that you have a conversation with that person. Try to keep the topic on them. See how uncomfortable they get. See how they keep trying to switch it back to you and make the spotlight on you so that they can hear what you got going on, right? Keep the topic on them, and then also don't tell them a whole lot. Watch them reveal what they think they know about you, right? Because they're going to try to touch base on things that they think they know. Yeah, because I saw you like so-and-so's post, or yeah, I saw you commented on so-and-so, and yeah, because you don't really like so-and-so. Baby, like, why do you think you know me so well? I don't tell you a whole lot. You know? Yeah, they want to know what you got going on. You are entertainment to them. They want to keep tabs on you. Next time you have a conversation with them, keep the spotlight on them and see how uncomfortable they get. And I guarantee you it'll reveal if it's a monitoring spirit or not.
I had to learn the hard way why you can't share too much information with some people, because I recently met someone who seemed genuinely interested in my life, and they were just a monitoring spirit. They kept asking me questions about what I do, who I hang with, my future plans, and without realizing it, I shared a lot of details with them. But I did not see what was happening until later. This person was not just being friendly. They were a monitoring spirit in disguise, and before I knew it, they used all the information that I shared with them against me. Thankfully, it wasn't anything that I was ashamed of, but it opened my eyes that some people don't ask questions out of support or curiosity. They ask because they want control and access to you. They want to know just enough to sabotage your progress. They'll ask you a lot of questions about you, but they'll never want to share any information about themselves. This is why I stopped oversharing with people. Some people don't want to see you win, and they'll use the information that you share with them to make sure that you don't win. Moving in silence is the best form of protection. Be mindful of who you open up to, because not everyone who's listening is cheering you on.
Easiest way to spot a monitoring spirit is whenever you don't give them information, whenever they're not getting details, they get angry. They feel some type of way whenever they're not able to know your business. Whenever they're not knowing when you did something, how or why or where, whenever they ain't got the details or the tea, they get mad, they get angry, they get upset. Another way you can tell if somebody's a monitoring spirit, they see your life as entertainment. The ups and downs, the highs and lows in your life, they see it as complete entertainment. And the lows, they're loud about. Whenever you're going through something low, oh, they got all this advice, they got so much stuff they got to say, they see it as entertainment. But whenever something good happens, whenever there's a high in your life, they quiet. They don't seem too entertained by it. I really want y'all to pay attention to that. Not everybody in your life has your best interest. When you find out somebody's a monitoring spirit, you need to cut ties and close your mouth. The devil is out here to steal people's destinies, steal people's joy, steal people's blessings, and have us in delay. And a lot of times we be in delay with people. How many times we've been in relationships we should have been got out of? How many times we've been cool with people we should have been stopped being cool with? Once you see somebody is not from God and of God, you need to separate yourself from them. 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, a monitoring spirit ain't gonna do nothing but collect information from you and pour from you and drain you. Literally. Trying to tempt you to be in sin, trying to tempt you to be just like them. Anytime something good happen in your life, they ain't got nothing to say. They don't want to talk about it. But let something bad happen. Let you talk to them about the spiritual warfare that you got coming towards you. They got so much they got to say. They celebrating your losses and they quiet anytime you blessed with something. So they gonna manifest in anger whenever they not getting information from you. They gonna see your life as entertainment. Anytime you got something going on, they want to know where, why, how, and let you not tell them. They gonna feel some type of way, but it's a spiritual thing. So don't waste your time getting offended by them. Understand it's a spiritual thing. They're being used by spirits. So don't waste your time being angry and bitter at them. Forgive them and keep it pushing. Because what happened is, if you get in your feelings, and matter of fact, let me be really clear when I say this. Are you gonna feel some type of way? Oh yeah. Everything you feel, you need to take it to God, and don't be led by those feelings, because those feelings are gonna keep you emotionally involved with this person and cause delay in your life. So a lot of times we try to go to them for closure, or a lot of times we bask in that offense that they bringing towards us. Don't bask in it. You feel what you feel. You're going to be mad? Yep. You're going to be sad? Yep. Most of the time, you're going to be disappointed more than anything. You take everything to God and ask God, is this person from you or not from you? Lord, what do you want me to do? Do you want me to remove this person from you, or this is the person that you called to be in my life at this very moment? And y'all already know God don't take no time with those prayers. Don't take no time. So don't even waste your time trying to gain clarity with somebody who don't want to bring clarity. Don't want to do nothing but bring chaos. Don't waste your time trying to reason with somebody who don't want to reason with you. You take it to God, you listen for them instructions, and then from there, you move accordingly. Because the devil wants you to be delayed. The devil wants to keep you in situations you should have been out of. But a lot of times we be in situations way longer than what we supposed to. Why? Because we be in our feelings. We be led by our heart. We be wanting stuff to work. We be wanting restoration. We be wanting reconciliation. We be wanting them to just get it. We be wanting them to just get us. But here's the kicker. A lot of people don't want to understand you. A lot of people don't want to get you, because the perception that they have in their mind about you is already made up. So they don't care. They don't care about the truth. They care about their truth. This is what happens when we run into narcissistic people. This is why they live in a false reality and they try to do everything in their power to get you to fit into it. So take what I'm saying back to the Holy Spirit. If you got doubts about somebody being a monitoring spirit, just take it to God and God gonna reveal all. May God continue to watch over y'all and bless y'all.
Phrases that monitoring spirits might use. How could you afford that? Oh no, you remember last time you did that? You remember when that happened? Yeah, you don't want that to happen, do you? Shouldn't you be there already? Shouldn't you have already done that? I guess. But I thought you said you were, but I thought you were going to, but didn't you say that she monitoring? They monitoring. The crazy part about monitoring spirits is that a lot of those people that are trying to keep tabs on you, they don't even like you. They don't like you. If you were on fire, they wouldn't piss on you. They don't like you. And it's always in the way they ask things. A lot of people that are truly concerned and want to help or want to be a resource for you, you are going to feel that in your spirit. You're going to feel that discernment. You're going to know what that looks like. And it's very important for you to know the difference between oversharing, right? And opening up when appropriate. You may not think this, but there are people waiting and lurking for you to overshare so that they can use that information against you. Keep them at your business, y'all. I'm trying to tell you, keep them at your business.
Hey, how was your day? It was good. What about you, though? Mine's was really good, too. Thank you so much for asking. What did you do today? Just went to the grocery store to run some errands, you know? Yeah, but, like, what grocery stores, though? Like, what grocery stores did you go to? Just went, like, Whole Foods and stuff like that. And after Whole Foods, like, what other places you went to? I just went to get gas after that. Yeah, I was running out of gas. Why, though? Like, have you been driving around a lot? And also, like, who are you with? Did you go with anybody? Yeah, I just went by myself. Oh, okay. What happened to you and Josh, though? I seen you deleted your pictures on Instagram with him. Wait, what? What picture are you talking about? The one picture you guys posted, you guys at a dinner table in a restaurant called Bowls that's located on the east side of our city. Oh. Oh, wow, you know exactly where we were at. Yeah, I just didn't like the picture anymore. Okay, I see. Are you guys still together, though? Yep, we're still together. Any relationship problems? No, all good, thank you. Okay, just let me know if you guys ever break up, you know, because I want to be there for you.
The easiest way to tell if someone is a monitoring spirit is if all they do is ask you questions. How? Where? When? Who? Okay, how'd you do that? Girl, volunteer some information about yourself. Flip it back to them. And if they flip it back to you, they're just here to monitor. I'm just saying.
How is everything? I've been trying to catch up with your business, with your life, how your life has been going. I've been just so curious about that.
She's always so nosy. I don't know, I don't trust her. I'm about to make shit up.
Oh my god. My life has just been so tough. Girl, tell me everything. Don't leave out any details. You can tell me absolutely anything. I'm starting to think someone has like a curse on me or something. It's my relationship. It's so tough. No. Oh my god. Yeah. Yep. And don't even get me started on my job and my finances. It's all going to shit. Girl, oh my god, that's so sad. Yep, and because of this, like, it's just gonna be, if you text me to ask me questions, it's just I'd rather you not. It's just too tough for me to answer right now because of how bad my life is right now. No, take all the time that you need. I'm actually gonna head out and just let me know if you need anything.
My job here is done.
If I cut you off with no explanation, it's probably because I thought you were a monitoring spirit. That's just a true tea. And if you want reasons why I thought you were a monitoring spirit, here you go. You never supported me out loud. And that's a red flag to me. Now, I understand that when you are taking risks or you are doing something different, strangers are more likely to support you than your friends and family. That's just something you have to get over when you are a risk taker. I'm over that hump. But see, where the red flags start flagging is when we are in communications. I'm talking about we're talking on the phone, we're texting, and you're telling me you see what I'm doing, but there's no proof of that to the outside world. I appreciate you texting me, I see you, keep going, you doing a good job. But I also would appreciate it if you would have reposted that motherfucker video. If you would have shared it. If you would have boosted my engagement by commenting that under the video that you told me you saw. So my first thought is either A, this bitch talking about me behind my back, and that's why you don't want nobody to see you supporting me out loud, or B, you're just monitoring my progress, but you're not actually trying to help me progress. You see, sometimes monitoring spirits, they stick around just to see if you make it. But I don't actually want you to make it, because if I did, I would help you do that by supporting you out loud. Still, the friendship felt one-sided. That is a huge red flag when your friend is never including you in pivotal moments in their life. You see, a lot of times monitoring spirits are literally just monitoring you. They don't actually include you in their life. They're not actually invested in you. They're just invested in watching you. And that's exactly why I had to cut you the off.
Listen, whether you want to believe it or not, man, there are people who are consider themselves close to you. They are monitoring you, man. All right. They woke up this morning. They checked to see what you was doing. They checked to see what you post. They checked to see if you went somewhere last night. These are monitoring spirits. All right. These are people who really admire you. They are inspired by you, but they don't want you to know that. They don't want you to know that. So what they doing is they sitting behind a fake page. Okay, they constantly spying on you. They constantly observing you, trying to see what you're going to be doing today, trying to see who you hanging with, trying to see if you got a relationship, trying to see if you went on a date, trying to see if you fail. Because at the end of the day, that's what they want you to do. Okay, they want you to fail. They trying to derail your plans, and they trying to break you down. So in order for them to carry out their illusion or whatever, they always got to go stand in the bleachers. Okay, they got to stand in the bleachers. They got to make sure they critique you, make sure they do their homework on you, and try to prophesize your future. Okay, these the people that always come back into your life and they try to tell you about yourself. You ain't this, you ain't that, you gonna be doing this, and you did that. See, what they trying to do the whole time is they trying to find anything on you that makes you look bad because you're doing so good. All right, that's what they do. They monitoring spirits. They know so much information about you that they have accumulated. They trying to figure out where your holes at, okay? And if you got some little holes, which you will, because ain't nobody did nothing right or perfect, okay? They gonna try to throw it up in your face and tell everybody else, oh, he did this, she did that. Look, y'all, she did it. She ain't no good. She did this. She did that. These are monitoring spirits, all right? They right on your page, okay? These the people that make you feel like, yo, I don't even know about this person. That's them right there. Monitoring spirits. Watch your back.
This next video didn't have sound. It's one of those videos that has caption over it. I took a screenshot so that I could read the words to you. It says, monitoring spirits are real. Just overheard two girls on transit go through their IG and talk smack about every single person they scroll past. From the person's appearance to assumed finances to romantic choices. One of the girls even went as far as saying that she loves keeping tabs on people, so she'll never unfollow them. Protect yourself. That is so important as well, because sometimes it's not just what we say to people. A lot of times people will literally take a look at your social media page and piece together your life and even create their own narrative based on the things you do post or don't post. Sometimes if you're not posting things at all and you're just living life, they might assume that you're going through it and you're not having a great life, and they'll start to pull up some of those things from your past and spread that around to create a narrative or to keep a narrative flowing when it's a situation that you've already made it past, because they're so concerned with what's going on or not going on in your life. Also, if you're posting things about how life is going great for you, people will also begin to dive headfirst into that as well. They could also make up narratives about that. They could just start to dig and ask you questions. Like one of the videos said, oh, how can you afford that? Oh, how'd you get that? What are you doing this? But I thought they will begin to kind of like weave their way through your life and your business, because that's just what they do. They're monitoring spirits. They're there to monitor you. It'd be different if they're there to like help sing your praises or help to just keep you in high spirits and congratulate you and, oh, like, I'm so happy for you. But sometimes they just want to know so they can either compete, compare, or try to drag you down. Like, I know that you're doing this with life, but remember when you used to do that? Remember when this was happening? Remember when things were so crazy? You're never going to really forget the things that happened to you, but you do grow from them. And sometimes people want to see what's going on in your life or know what's going on in your life so they can try to knock you back down. So please protect your energy, protect all your social media pages, protect your business, learn how to deflect and kind of like reflect things back onto them. And you'll learn that once you kind of build up that fence around you and you have that protective shield, sometimes they're going to be you're going to see it, because this happened to me, like going through the recent Lionsgate portal and then going through all of these retrogrades and elevating spiritually and having ascension symptoms and all these things that are happening. I knew that people and things were going to try and resurface. And guess what? I was more than prepared for it this time. So they can feel and see that mirror that you're holding up to them. And they try to monitor you and see what's going on in your life. But when you reflect it back onto them, they don't want to talk about themselves sometimes, because their goal isn't to fellowship with you and to try and catch up with you. It's to monitor your life and see what's going on with you. And when you hold that mirror back up to them and you have on that protective shield, it bounces everything back. Reflect and deflect it back on them. Put your guard up and watch how they back away and they no longer want to be part of the conversation or have a conversation anymore. And then it's time to go. That's what you want to work on doing. So protect yourselves, and thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening. And if you have any monitoring spirit stories, I would love to hear your experiences. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye bye for now.